So you have escaped the Dark Spire. Congratulations. That was a very dangerous situation.
Was hairy as hell.
Oh god. Okay, we need to find a place to land and camp for the night.
You start to feel the land itself now that you get closer to it and actually put your feet on the land. You start to feel that the land itself just has this corrupting nature that has been because of the Dark Lords.
Okay, I've tinkered up Poppy to go up and have a look.
As a beholder turns towards it
No.
and just kind of turns and starts to meander in the direction of the
I said we don't engage.
I have a
hide.
random table of aberrant monsters in this area, and I rolled for it, and I was like, "What's it going to be?" And the lower the number, the worse the random encounter. I got a 1. I was like, "Oh, right!" Immediately, a beholder. Cool.
So did you say it's going off in the direction of the drone?
It kind of started meandering in the direction of the drone. Yeah.
So that it just knows the drone's there. It doesn't know anything about
Okay, well
that.
then I'll
Doesn't necessarily know that you're here.
I'll basically kite it with the drone.
Because
and
the
just
camera's
keep it going
out now,
away.
but you just like push
just-
both things forwards on the drone, just be like, go in a direction.
Away from us.
Okay, that is going to start to lead it away from you at the very least, but you know that it's in the area now.
Okay.
Okay, well,
So I'm looking over his shoulder and I go,
Maybe
don't worry, I got a plan. I make a bunch more of those
Let's
little
not.
monkeys.
those are gonna go off, and everything's gonna hear it, and they're all gonna come and attack us.
What if they go off? It's so he can, if he comes in, it'll.
Yeah, I'm scared.
They're small. They're not going to
at
be heard for ages. They're just little ding, ding, ding.
Okay.
It'll
Enough
be,
to wake you up.
it's the alarm spell, so it'll be enough to, and you go in with the audible version of the alarm spell rather than the mental ping, so that it wakes everybody up.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you cast alarm with a bunch of those little monkey things that put them around you in a, what is it, a 20-foot cube?
I'm not actually using the alarm
Talia,
spell.
it's
maybe.
Oh, you're actually
Calm
doing a
down.
tinker roll for it? All right,
think
so
I'm better up here
make
than
me
I
a
am
tinkering
down
check
there.
then.
11 plus 13, 23.
Okay, 24 with a 20, with a 24. I'll say just one. Just
God, those
well, depending on how
people were
large
scary.
you want to. You're able to with that.
Let's
That's
say
the worst thing I've ever seen.
let's say if we are against this rock or whatever, and I'll put the tentacles around, just do a little semicircle around us.
Okay, so just like in your immediate vicinity sort of area. Then only one scrap then, in that case. So mark off one scrap. You've put a little alarm essentially around you in a small semicircle, but it's not going to be much of a radius of warning. The rest of you?
Talia says, I need a break from fighting stuff, so I'm just gonna...
well, maybe
quiet.
yes, come down off the big rock.
Why do I have to come down off the big rock?
Because people will see, monsters will see you on top of the big rock.
Okay, that's a great point. She climbs down off the big rock.
Okay, I'm going
God.
I'm gonna sleep.
Near your tent.
Okay.
You kind of hear in the distance say, and then and you just kind of know. The drone's gone at this point.
Damn it.
It managed to
make
hit it
another one
as it was going. It's managed to hit it a few times until eventually it's
Talia's
gone.
gonna check on
But
Seth.
it has saved you several minutes, and it definitely felt like it was going further away. I've got a random direction dice, and it was going eastwards.
Talia's gonna check on Soot because Soot doesn't seem to be doing well after this whole experience.
Sits in the corner against the rock with arms around legs and just quietly, not weeping, but kind of like.
Talia's gonna bring over. She brings over something for Soot to drink, maybe. Like I think she goes to give her a flask, and then she's like, "Wait, you're 17." Maybe
There's no
like,
drinking laws in the Darklands.
and she,
Hey, you gotta give her a drink.
I'm not gonna be part of spoiling a young mind. She's already
I
spoiled.
think she's
Well,
pretty spoiled.
we took it to the Darklands.
There you go,
but
fine.
Yeah, we
Fine.
took her to the Darklands. She exploded several people today.
Yeah. I'd rather you do it here where we can be with you than you experiment with it outside.
Do I drink it or?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not very good. Naz made it in his boot.
Okay. Whoa. Is it safe to drink?
Kind of.
Okay.
How Are you doing okay?
In fact, she had alcohol in the bloody Smarterack Citadel.
Oh yeah, she did.
Plus, you grew up in the palace, like you would have had wine and stuff with your
Yeah.
meals, as they do in France.
You okay there, sir?
I lost my diary.
You what?
I've lost my journal.
Oh no.
I feel it. I think I go, oh. And I'm tempted to read it, but I'm like, no. And I go, soot.
I snatch it, and pull cloak and just turn away from everyone, I think.
You are welcome. I found this stashed in my cloak.
Oh my god.
It is yours?
Yeah? You didn't read it, did you?
No.
Oh my god, Raz!
Teenagers.
Good to know I've got capable helpers.
Yeah.
So she's doing that. Right? She's
Yeah.
sulking, and then I sit
I'm
there and I
sulking.
just look at Talia,
Don't look at me. I'm gonna talk about.
and I just go, Talia. And when I was inside you, I noticed
Clarify what you
that
mean by
came
that.
out.
Well, it was in your brain.
Yes. We don't have to talk, but I know there's something.
I think Talia takes this opportunity. I think she feels probably a little bit of guilt for having to, because she knows how bad the curse is, and I think she would feel a little bit of guilt for Esmond having to have had experienced that. So in a show of, I don't know if it's gratitude or apology, can she show him the memory of the dream she had
Yeah,
with the dragons contained?
yeah.
So she
With
would.
your psychic abilities, you can easily just like call on that with that
Yeah.
telepathic connection.
I don't think she prefaces this. I think she just opens the psychic link and shares with him that.
So you're like, I know there's something going on for you, and in return, she just pulls up a video of dragons fucking and shows.
Anyway, have you seen this YouTube video? That's great.
I am like, Talia, allow me to extend an olive branch. Oh, dragons fucking.
But
Okay,
it's
what?
it's that, and it's also the little babies in the test tube.
The one that came after that of like
Yeah,
then watching the
exactly.
offspring from these hybrid dragons and more in these test tubes and like taking note of like, interesting.
Pulls up Pornhub, is like, seen that one? The f- What about these? Have you done rotten.com? Babies in test tubes? I'm like,
There's this one, and it's just dragons fucking.
yes, that is what that is. Yes.
Yeah, you see that, right? That's,
Yes, I don't know if I should be seeing this, but yes, I see that.
Wait, let me zoom in really quick.
No, that's.
Fucking each other, just fucking each other. What does it mean? What does that mean?
I don't know. What does that mean? Why do you have these dreams?
Wait.
Stop.
Okay, wait.
No,
here.
stop.
Hard cut.
Stop. Okay.
Hard cut to
Okay.
this is a dragon fetus in a jar.
Yes, that.
Fucked up, right?
Yeah, that's. Yeah, darkness and
I think her reasoning is that he's so obviously obsessed and intrigued with dragons and understanding them
totally,
that she
totally.
has had this experience and she feels like it's of some use to him in some way.
So what was the dream again? It was the like her feeling of the curse and watching the dragons fuck, and it was two different dragons, right?
She was watching like an observation room, clearly laboratory-esque, forced enclosure of these two dragons, a young adolescent blue, and an adolescent gold, and then turning some dials and spreading more pheromone or what do they call it? Aphrodisiac sort of gases into the room and forcing them to sort of take interest in each other and then watching them copulate, and then that's when the feelings from the Ishalden, like lust and creepiness, kind of came on board. And then the next dream was similar sort of feelings of like enjoying secrets and like exposing and having secrets that people don't know, while also watching these test tubes of these growing baby dragon hatchling things.
I think she would say when we were at the Dark Spire and I saw the floor labeled, was it creature?
Creature
I
laboratories.
thought maybe that would be related in some way, but we went there and I didn't see anything I recognized.
Nope.
I don't know what it means.
Right, and so I, despite the weirdness of this, I get what she's doing, and I just go, thank you. If you ever want to talk, I'm here.
Thank you.
And then I just start like basically meditating.
Naz takes a few steps away, just out of earshot, carefully stepping over the alarms that he's set up, and just goes out, just like behind this rock, so people can't hear him, and just makes a couple of phone calls. Just goes, "Hey, JC, we made it into Darklands. You managed to get back to good on."
He's sitting beholder and going, "I'll be quiet over here." Hey, JC!
Hey, JC, we made it into Darklands. It's a little bit fucking crazy over here.
It would be real early morning at dawn time. So you got your call. She goes,
Time
"What?
difference.
Oh,
Yeah, literally almost opposite of the planet.
yeah. Sorry, you made it. Good. I'm glad that you. Everybody's safe.
Yeah, I mean, we had to go through the Dark Spire, but we made it out.
No troubles in the Dark Spire. You managed to escape.
Oh yeah, a lot of trouble in the Dark Spire. Exploded it.
Oh, the whole tower?
Not the whole thing.
Okay.
Level 3.
You know how to make enemies, Naz.
Hey. You know me.
Yeah.
So we're what do I want to say? We're in the Darklands now. You have made any headway with looking into light dragon eggs?
Yes,
Finding a buyer?
hard to say in a single sending, but there are powerful people at play with this.
I love knowing powerful people.
I'd barely made initial investigations into it when someone from the Royal Palace asked me to stop.
Who's asking you to stop?
The order came from the Queen herself.
I need to talk to Celine about this. That's annoying. And so you're still pressing on, I imagine.
Of course.
Good. Okay.
Just I have to be more
quiet.
clever about it.
Okay. I'll check in tomorrow.
Right. Stay safe.
And then he calls Wizfab. What's his actual name?
Kevin.
I guess it's midday-ish
Yeah,
there.
it'll be midday for him.
Hey, Kevin, how you doing? We made. I must say, it was pretty rough going through your portal, but we made it. We made it in Darklands.
I'm glad to hear it. I've been trying to ask around about people who would buy dragon eggs, and I think I've got a couple people who would be interested. They didn't give me numbers of how much they'd pay, though. It depends on what sort of eggs and in what shape, how intact, that sort of stuff.
We're looking at light dragon eggs, white dragon eggs. Never seen before.
That's what's making it hard, because if it's never been sold before, so there's no like.
So millions, great.
Yeah, it could be.
Who you found?
Well, it's been like three or 4 hours since you left, and I've had a lot of pain in my fingers. So I'm working on it, but you got to give me time.
Okay, I'll call back tomorrow.
And then he comes back around.
What were you doing?
That's better.
Naz, what were you
Turns
what were you
out,
talking to?
very lucky that I was the last one to see if it was coming back or not. It went east, east, east.
Yay.
And this is a D8. There's all 8 directions. It went east, 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 northeast, northeast, north. So the beholder's gone.
He's gone.
I was doing it until I was like, if it goes back in a southwest direction, maybe I'll keep rolling. But at this point, it's far enough away that it's not coming back.
Hey, I went around the corner to go for a whiz. You don't want me to do it right here, do
A
you?
whiz and a fat.
Oh no!
Exactly. That's why I took a few steps away. Gently steps back over the alarms. Back in.
I'm about to go into. I just go to my tent with my diary. I like turn around and go, "I'm going to bed. Nobody talk to me. I'm fine."
Yeah, seems it.
And goes to sleepy sleep.
Sleepy sleeps.
Sleepy sleeps.
All right.
Yes.
As you all head to sleep, then I'm going to roll
rest
a couple.
question mark?
I'm going not yet. I'm going to roll a couple things to see if anything happens in the night.
Rats.
There's going to be a few things first. You managed to avoid actually looking directly at the beholder, which would have been one of the composure rolls. You looked at it through a hastily tinkered camera screen, so you didn't actually take any of the damage there. The first half of the night goes without incident monster-wise, and the second half without incident monster-wise.
Hell yeah.
So monster-wise, it's going without incident. However, you are still spending time in a particular area of the Darklands that is bad for just corruption, psychic corruption, essentially. So I do need composure rolls from you all, please. That is a percentile, and you want to try and roll below.
Oh, thank God. 43.
These two. So,
Oh, no.
Is that above?
100.
Okay. You get 100, nice.
Yeah.
69. Nice.
Oh, 99.
Okay, so 2 people failed already.
Oh
So-
no, I made one of those tents with eyes on the inside.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have done that. I love the architecture of those archives, so I thought eyes on the inside.
As you're sleeping, you just hear have a full-blown night terror.
We're about to find out if you genuinely do have something much worse. So the 2 people who failed, well, start with the 2 people who
Worse
succeeded.
than a night terror?
Roll a d4, you lose that many composure points.
3.
1.
Cool.
Time a natural
Subtract-
one actually
yeah.
helps.
Subtract that from what your composure roll is, composure score is now. The people who failed, roll a d8 plus 1. You're going to subtract that from your score.
8.
Yeah, 9 composure points gone for you.
8.
Oh, nice. 9 composure points going for you. And both of you, 9 is more than a 6. So you lost more than 6 composure points in a single composure roll, which means you've suffered a major emotional trauma and you must now roll a d20.
Oh.
Unfortunately for Naz, it's the people who are more intelligent are worse off in this situation. You need to, so just roll and I'll tell you.
9.
6.
Cool. What's your intelligence modifier? Your intelligence score?
My intelligence score is 12.
12.
She's
You got
not
a
that
6.
smart.
You got a 6 on the dice. 6 is less than 12, and
20.
and you got a 9 as well. 9 is less than 20. So you both rolled under your intelligence score. So if the result of the d20 is
impossible for me to run
equal
all.
to or less than your intelligence score, your mind is smart enough to open up to trying to comprehend what you're witnessing and what's just happening and what you're experiencing, and that is what temporarily breaks you. Now roll a d4 each.
That's why having meaningful conversations
1.
before bed
1. Wow.
helps you
Not
survive.
bad,
Match,
because your mind is essentially
is.
not your own for the next one
Connection,
hour.
human connection.
It's
And-
the tent.
And
It's cursed tent.
so you lose a bunch of composure. There's something we'll get to, like what it is that's actually happening for you. But you try to comprehend what is happening to you in this new land of the Maw, essentially in the Darklands. And by trying to comprehend it, your brain is just unable to, and you're broken for the next hour, and you suffer a stress-induced episode, as shown on the table below. So both of you roll me a d10.
Oh no.
Yeah, I thought the fucking 8.
8.
Both 8s. Okay. And then finally, I need a d6 from both of you, please.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, there's
Jacqueline Christ.
3.
Okay, so with a 1, so 8 is emotional outburst. You are incapacitated by one of the 6 primary emotions. For you, it is joy, it is laughing, because you rolled a 1, right?
gone manic.
On the d6.
Yeah.
So you will go manic and just start laughing uncontrollably for the next
He laughs super quietly.
really quiet
He's
laughing.
the quietest dude I
That
know.
is for the next 4 minutes without stop, almost Tasha's hideous laughter style, just 4 minutes of unstoppable laughter. Emotional outburst for you, you got a 3 on the d6, which is
We can knock 'em out,
screaming.
it's fine.
You are overcome by
Just with
terror,
blow to the head.
the fear of the
night terror.
basic.
I knew it.
Hanging out on
So the night terror is
outside
the
of
fear, and for you, that will last for the next 2 minutes, thankfully, for you. So 2 full minutes just screaming night terrors and laughing uncontrollably.
Yeah, this is great being stuck in the Darklands. Hey, should I get my doodle out? Should I get naked and get my doodle out? No. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get my green little doodle out.
Have you ever wanted to play a card game as our epic NPC main characters? Well, we've got it, and it's live right now on Kickstarter, npcrivals.com. We've got this amazing art, these cool cards, and you get to play, show them off, Alan. You get to play as our epic NPC main characters in a cool wee deck building card game with loot and monsters and adventurers. It's freaking awesome. check it out at npcrivals.com.
Now, before we get to that, like, what's the specifics of, like, what is the thing that you reckon happens in the night? Is it just what your dreams are? Is it something that's like, do you feel like spirits coming up out of the floor? Is it something about the tent itself that's kind of the people on the outside of the tent? They have the shit that's going wrong, but they also have like the awareness of the greater world, and they can see that it's not the case.
You know when you're in an unfamiliar hotel room, they've got blackout curtains, and you just kind of just like go into a weird deeper sleep and fever dream shit. It's that basically.
I think so.
So I think that's what happens, and because you failed your composure score, I get to dictate what happens. I think with the fear, you rip back just like blankets and stuff. One of the other things that could happen is outburst of violence, so I'm not going to make you attack anybody because you didn't roll that one. But you will just get up and start sprinting. You get up, you just start sprinting as fast as you can. Run through the alarms, which start going ding 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 ding.
What did I say about those alarms?
They're not super. They're definitely not louder than the screaming that she's doing as she's running for the next minute or so.
Take off after
in a particular direction. You set off running after her.
Like,
actually, I will now use my. Where did I just put it? This one. I'll now use my randomized direction to see which direction you ran. Because if you do run in a northeast direction, maybe the beholder does come back. South. So yeah, you are this way. You just set off running south. You set off running back. So what's going on? For you, laughing uncontrollably, I think you just start like. I think you just start stripping off clothes and you just start climbing up onto you're clambering up onto
I'm free!
Onto the top of a rock, and you're like, yeah, I'm the king of the world, because like you're like, I just escaped the dark spire, and I've had this somewhat terror of Zane's Shadow Soul for the longest time, and I've beaten him, and I'm the best in the world, and you just start laughing and yelling out, I'm the best in the world.
Talia's just like, Naz, get down, Naz.
But I'm the best!
Oh God.
All right, so as this is happening, there weren't too many. I already pre-rolled to see if there were monsters going to be attacking, but with this happening, I'm going to now re-roll to see if any of them, sort of essentially with advantage, monsters. See if any of them do come along.
None of them.
None of them.
None of them.
All right.
All the monsters.
No.
Nope, not all of them. Just
every single monster.
Just the which one was
the boulder
it?
Where
is it? I've got him somewhere
just the
here.
small little desert mouse.
Because I knew he was coming out. You are around here. There he is. Burrowing out of the sand nearby. I'll say I'll go.
He's huge.
I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, just to see where which map he's coming out on. Starting there and going clockwise. 4.
Cool.
And then I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 round clockwise from that corner, just to see where he comes out. 1. So burrowing out of the sand around here. This multi-tentacle thing.
Oh, great!
And it is immediately going to lunge forwards for the first thing it can see, which is Nez. As you are laughing uncontrollably, you'll still be able to do actions.
Well, we got a full long rest in before all this happened, right?
Nope, you were about halfway into the night.
So a full long rest.
No, that's why I was like, don't roll for long rest yet.
Yeah, I had
Just waiting to roll initiative.
You are going to be rolling initiative, everybody. You are sprinting away from it already, just screaming in terror.
So we still hear that this thing comes out?
You realise that something's happening.
As it jumps at me, I use shield.
Okay.
No, not shield. My special shield.
Repulsion shield.
Repulsion shield. Booms it back.
It's what does it do? It's a reaction to.
It's my reaction, and it pushes them back 15 feet.
Any saving throw on its part?
I don't believe so. I think it just happens.
It pushes
So
back.
we are rolling initiative?
15. Yeah, that was kind of a reaction to what's happening to trigger it, and then we'll get into the initiative.
Yeah, it just happens.
Cool. So it pushes it back 15 feet. Now we're into initiative. I'll have those rolls for you. You've got your
16.
advantage.
Advantage, right.
Yeah, because you're.
Take 13.
So 13 was it?
Yeah.
16.
13, 16, 24, 18. Okay. So in this order, and then the monster. Now that there's only one of them, it's not going to go between you. I'll go with.
No thunder waves. No thunder waves.
Yeah.
Okay. There we go. And we no longer need the beholder. I'll represent him by some other tentacle-y boy. We'll go with this tentacle-y boy. All right. And it's modified.
Oh, we're getting another thing come up.
This is just representing
representing him. I was like, oh, no.
We got an 18 here, was it? 18 for you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And 16?
Yeah.
It's 16 as well, so it's going essentially simultaneously. It's right behind you!
Behind you!
All right, Naz, the repulsion shield has gone off too. You're just laughing.
And he, absolutely loving this, whips out his gun and casts. What does he want to do? Nice. Oh, yeah, let's f***ing do it. Fireball.
Hell yeah, fireball.
He's manic.
Yeah. 8d6 plus 8 plus a
Plus
d8.
another d8 from firing it through your gun.
That's not a d8. 29 plus 2.
Saving
Plus
throw
3.
from it. No, that's going to fail.
34.
34 points of damage. I will take that. It does not seem to have wounded it all that much. 34 fire. It's not immune to fire or anything. Nope. This explosion of fire wraps around this thing. It like instantly vaporizes some of the sand in the area, turning some of it to glass. That is your action. You got a bonus and movement.
Why not? He's gone f***ing crazy. He puts a little device together for Fizzle Spark device.
Nice.
We haven't seen this yet, and just hoofs it at the.
Hell yeah, we haven't seen. So we've seen you make a Fizzle Spark device and give it to
So I can
Talia.
either give it to someone, or I can hoof it, and it does one of 20 different things.
Yep, it's basically like like a wild surge table.
As a bonus action, you can use 2 scraps. Then, as the same bonus action, throw it.
Yeah.
It doesn't say I have to roll to throw it. It just says throw it.
No, it's just you just throw it.
Yep. And then the target suffers no effect if they need a dexterity saving throw. It's my spellcasting DC. Okay.
Yep. Cool.
So he's just going to make it something. He makes a 15 and hoofs it.
Explodes with a flash of light, blinding the target until the end of their next turn.
Shocker.
So this device hits the ground. You marked off the 2 scrap,
Oh, I have not.
and it just blinds this thing. I think these creatures specifically might have. Oh no, they don't. I could have sworn and Otiug had had blind sight, but they don't. It just blinds him for the next until the end of his next turn.
Okay, so when I throw it, look away.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Whoa! Oh God!
What happened?
I kept looking at it.
Cool. That is your action bonus. You want to stay where you are for movement?
I think he's naked, only with his gun, and he's just standing on top of a rock going.
All right, Soot, you're up. You're still screaming, but I'm not going to dictate that you have to keep moving at this point. You ran. That was me dictating your action.
Panic.
But you've gotten as far as here, and you don't have to keep running, but you are still screaming. You're still feeling the effects of fear.
Yeah. Am I still able to do things while I'm screaming? Yeah. Okay.
Because I allowed Adam to. Like you can still use your action movement bonus. Just you're feeling fear.
I think I'm clutching at my diary, and I whip around and I'm terrified, and I open my pages up and see drawings of like my father and mother and these kings and queens, and I want to cast Crown of Madness on this creature.
Oh, okay.
Which is 120 feet.
Cool.
I think.
Yeah. For movement's sake, you just get over here so that you can see a line of sight behind the rocks and
so
stuff.
just like
to it.
these envisages of the king and queen come up, and like basically like a royal kind of paladin crown appears, but it's like dark and kind of
needs to make a wisdom save, I think, from Crown of Madness. Oh,
yeah, make a wisdom saving throw.
Not a great wisdom modifier, but I rolled well. That's an 18, which I think will succeed.
Yes, yes, it does succeed.
So I think it's a save or suck. Nothing happens on a fail.
I believe
success
so.
rate.
No.
It wouldn't do a great amount with Crown of Madness because it would. All it does is it has to make a melee attack against somebody within melee before it gets to use its turn. But there's no one for it to ally attack.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that is unfortunately.
That's all I do. Yeah.
Unfortunately,
I'm still screaming, panicking.
Yeah,
I'm behind a rock, going. Like that.
Then we've got the monster and Talia acting simultaneously. What do you do, Talia?
Classic, the old steady aim. How close are you?
I am 5, 10, 15 feet away from you.
From me, but from them?
About the same.
All right, 5? Within 5?
Not within 5. No, it's 15 feet away from me.
Okay, never mind. So I don't get sneak attack then.
But it's blinded. You'll get sneak attack.
It is blinded. You have advantage on attacking it.
14, 10. So 14 plus 7. Let me just double check what my.
It might have gone up actually.
Yeah, because I think it might. My attack
8. Oh, no.
Oh wait.
9.
Psychic blades plus 8.
Oh.
What was it? 19. So I attack with.
Was it 12? It was 14, wasn't it? Was it 14 or 12? I can't remember now.
Let's just say it was 12.
Okay.
Wait, so that's dirty 20? Yeah. Plus 8?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, so dirty 20, and then I'm gonna roll 1d6 plus 4 for that.
But no, being blinded is
5.
also would get sneak attack?
And then,
You get sneak attack because you're at advantage.
That's 5, and then
6.
7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I have to do that. I'm not kidding. 18 plus the 5 from before.
So 23.
Yep.
23 damage from sneak attack, and it's psychic damage.
Psychic damage, and then I have knack, so I can have another attack.
Give me 1 second. Yeah, psychic damage goes through. I would have thought a creature like this would have been at least resistant, but it isn't. So you do psychic damage. It was 23 psychic. Let me just take that one down first, which takes it to this much. It's still looking fine. It's not looking wounded yet. Then you did that was a single blade attack, so you can now, with the nick property, you can do your second bonus strike.
I never roll for that as well. I get so confused with this. Is a lot of dice for someone who's never played a rogue before. I'll be honest.
Very good.
Yeah, very well, yeah.
So I have to roll for that one 15 plus
with advantage because it's blind.
4. So 15 plus
15 plus
8.
stuff will hit.
Yeah, and then I go 1d4 plus 4.
1d6, yeah. 1d6 plus your...
Oh no, it's 1d4.
It does say 1d4, yeah.
Oh, that says 1d6, but then my bonus action is 1d4.
For neck, what would it be? 1d4?
It should still be your offhand, because you're using both your psychic daggers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still 1d6.
Okay, it just says 1d4 then. That's weird.
Yeah, I think...
yeah, 9.
We'll work that out later. 9 points of damage from that one.
That's weird that it says that there.
Excellent, that goes through, and you've done a decent chunk of damage to him, throwing psychic blades at this creature's face, roughly where you think maybe it's got a head, maybe it's got a brain, maybe it's psychic. Still works. Yeah, it seems to be reeling, rushing around with its tentacles and such. You still actually have a bonus action now because the nick thing.
Was the bonus action not the thing that she
does nick? She does because like the two attacks.
Steady aim is.
You didn't need to do steady aim because all that does is give you advantage, and you already had advantage because he was blind.
Oh, so I can take that back.
So you can take that back and have a bonus action to do something else.
I could do I could teleport or.
You could teleport. You'd be next to him if you teleported.
No, I don't really think I need to do anything.
Stay where you are, and you can take the hide action as a bonus.
Yeah, hide. I'll hide.
All right, so you're already hidden from him.
Yeah.
Well, you're already out of view of him, so you can take the hide action just by staying where you are.
Cool.
Good shot.
I'm hiding.
Okay, you hide. Talia, where'd you go?
Then it is, his turn simultaneously as you're throwing things at him. The psychic blades are hitting him, and that gives him an idea, essentially, of he can't see you, but he does have, at will, he can cast Detect Thoughts as his action. As part of Detect Thoughts, what it says is all sorts of things, like he can learn the surface thoughts of creatures and stuff, but it says you can also use the spell to detect the presence of any thinking creatures that you can't see.
That's annoying.
That he just climbed up next to him?
Yeah. Conjure woodland beings. Yeah, I'm pretty cool.
Roll, because if it's a nat 20, I'll just allow it to happen without your hero point, but if it's otherwise missing, then you can...
So if you're going to play a dope card game like NPC Rivals as our characters, you're going to want to play as Barad-dûn, obviously. So there he is. There's Barad-dûn. Yep. And if you want to check out Barad-dûn's awesome powers, then head to npcrivals.com. It's right over there. Check out our Kickstarter.